Hey everyone, welcome to FPL's One to Watch. We're here today with Emma, aka Marmalade. She is currently second in FPL this season, got second last season, and she's a rising star when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six Siege. Hey everyone, we're here with Emma, better known as Marmalade. She's currently second in FPL this season. She got second last season, and she's currently one of the top-rated player in Challenger League. Hello, Marmalade. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
So, Marmalade, how did you discover Rainbow Six and get into it?
I think my friend, a friend I used to play CS:GO with, he told me to download it one day, and then we just literally just started playing ranked, and then I just got very addicted to the game, so I just started playing it every day. And it was like that I was just playing ranked with friends for a very long time until CCSW came around. I was on a team like here or there, but we never really got in any leagues. We only scrimmed a couple times. But CCSW was like the only like actual competitive step I ever had in the community before.
So were you like a heavy gamer before Siege, or did Siege really dive you into the gaming world?
Yeah, I played CS:GO competitively in the past. I used to play COD a lot, but mostly on console was COD. But on the PC was mostly CS:GO. I played that for like 4 years straight, and then I found Siege.
So growing up, like your parents just know, like you come home from school, like she's just gonna be playing video games. Is that something that was known around there?
Oh yeah, every day.
So
it's video games and homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racing through the homework just so you can, play some more.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Were your parents very supportive of you wanting to pursue gaming as a career?
Oh yeah, 100%. They push me to be better every day. My grandma and my grandpa text me after every game, and they say "good job" or "nice try." So it's good to see that they're just supportive of what I'm trying to do.
It's great to have family support, especially a lot of people don't have family that even realizes where gaming really is nowadays and where it's going in the future. So it's great to hear. So we briefly talked about how you found Siege and you got addicted to it with ranked, but like why specifically did you choose to play this competitively and pursue this versus in other games? Like you said, you played CS:GO and Call of Duty. So what made you choose this as the esport you want to try and give it your all?
I think I just like the complexity of the game, like how every op does a different thing. Like all the maps, like the gun mechanics, like the moving mechanics, the leaning. I think that really intrigued me to want to learn more and play more about just the whole game in general.
Yeah, it's very unique with this game versus other games. They're kind of copy and paste. A few mechanics are a little different, but Siege is widely different, very more strategical, team-based game. And I think that's what attracts a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So you're having this great year so far in terms of competitive Siege. Is there any struggles or anything that you're dealing with that is making it hard, but you're pushing forward and trying to get to the next level?
Yeah, I've struggled definitely a lot with mental health issues in the past and in the present, and it's been difficult. But I'm talking to people. My friends help a lot, and just I think playing the game kind of brings the anxiety kind of down, because it's a place where I feel comfortable and safe. In this environment. So I think obviously every day is a kind of I guess you could say battle. I don't really want to say that word, but I guess you could say battle. Just with myself, wanting to improve and what I did wrong. I'm very hard on myself when I do bad things or I have a bad game. I think a lot of people know that. But I just kind of have to some through those thoughts and kind of just focus on the next game or the next scrim, stuff like that.
Well, that's a great attitude. I'm sorry they have to deal with, some of that stuff, and it's awful, but, it sounds like you have a therapeutic method to cope with it with Siege, and you have great people around you that you can communicate with. So, I'm glad, and a great thing too is that you're realizing this stuff. I think where it's worth when people don't realize they're depressed or anything like that, and it just gets worse.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm glad you have, people around you, and, you mentioned how you have family that support you as well. And I think that's very huge. So we touched a little bit on your background and, your first stage, second stage so far. You brought up CCSW. Was that really the first competitive stint that you've been a part of, or where does that competitive start for you in Siege?
yeah, before CCSW, I was just like, I was on some teams, but we never actually did any leagues. But like CCSW was like the first time I actually like did competitive. And then like after that, I'm like, wow, this is like fun. Like I want to do this.
Yeah.
So then I just started looking for teams, and I got a team, and then we made CL. But yeah, CCSW it wasn't the best league, but it definitely like propelled me into wanting to be better than I was.
Yeah, I mean, I think what CCSW does is it helps show the talent and skill and gives a place for people to develop in a safe environment.
Yeah.
And that's the goal with FPL as well. And it's great because 3 years ago in Siege, we didn't have an FPL, we didn't have a CCSW where people who are undiscovered can actually get better and show their talents. And I think that is great. So with that, what does FPL like mean to you exactly? Like, what does that mean to you?
I think it's just like it's like another like opportunity. Like I don't know if you've seen like Super's tweets or anything, but like it is basically like a tryout. Like you have to go to like every FPL game. Like you're trying to showcase like the talent that you have and like what opportunities you bring to a team. And like it's just like I feel like you learn just as much as you learn in scrims too. Like it's just like more scrims. And you get to play with like pro players and against pro players, so it's definitely fun.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned Super's tweets of how Kino even tweeted out how the reason why he got an auction tryout was because of FPL. Benji as well, Dream tweeted out about that, how they noticed him through FPL. So I think that is great, where it's giving these players who, how many people were really talking about Kino before that? Kino was a known player, but he wasn't as big as he is now, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity. And you yourself, you've become a huge player that everybody knows, right? And these pro players' streams and stuff like that, they know who Marmalade is, and they're like, oh, pick her. We want her on our team. So I think that is great to see as well. And how you've been performing. You've had some crazy, amazing clutches as well in FPL, which I think pretty much helped you a little bit. Get your name out there. After people saw it a few times, they're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So that, that's amazing to see. So, what is your, main goal for competitive? Is it NAL? Is it, beyond that? Is it to become like a huge figure within the Siege scene or esports scene as general? Like, what is your main goal behind all of this?
Well, obviously it's to get an NAL. I obviously have like a long way to go in my personal skill level, but eventually I want to be the first female to win an invitational. I think that would be like, obviously that's like a very far away goal that I'm not even close to yet, but it's definitely one that I have in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you ask people, I think it's achievable for you in the future, definitely, because of the strides you're making. I mean, if people just look at your stage 1 versus stage 2 performance, it's like a different player. I mean, if you just look at the stats. So do you have like any entertaining or funny moments you like to share about like FPL or anything like that in comp that's, just really stick out to you?
Not really. I think just like some of the people in like FPL just like literally just make the game so fun. Like Dream and like Drip, and they just like all like yell and have a good time. So I think that's definitely like what boosts the mood. It's not like it's like serious, but like not all serious. Like everyone tries to have fun and has fun. And definitely it lightens the mood when everyone's like just having a good time and like playing.
So it's like a friendly environment. That's one of the main things between about FPL is we're trying to create a community for the players.
Yeah.
And it's happy. It's cool where people can play, grow, but also have fun and meet new people. Like you personally, have you met a lot of people you didn't know before, or just?
Oh yeah, I didn't really know like Kino before. Now I talked to Kino a little bit. I don't really know anybody before, I don't think. Because I was just kind of like that person like in the back. Like I met Dream. Dream has been amazing. He's been really funny. Drip, like all of them have just been like really funny, and like people I've met through FPL.
I mean, you're definitely not in the back anymore. I think you're in the forefront of it all. So do you have any like role models in Siege or esports as a whole that you've kind of just looked up to and made you kind of want to do competitive more, or kind of want to follow in their footsteps or beat them someday or something like that?
I think all the people in like SSG, like I really like after CSW, I wasn't on a team for a while, and then I went to Invite, and then I saw SSG win. I'm like, I want to do that. Like that's so cool. So like I think all the guys on SSG definitely are like the biggest role models for me. That kind of like started what I wanted to do with my comp career.
Is it like their play style or their habits, or is it something particular that sets them kind of above others that made you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, I think it's just like their overall like their play style, their like communication, their coordination. Just like they all like just work like so well with each other. So I think just like all that, like obviously like the dream is to get into NAO one day, but yeah, they definitely make it like look like it's achievable. So
yeah. So do you have like a goal in mind for like the next 6 months here, what you plan on doing, like achieve like metric things? I don't know if you count it, but me personally, like okay, I want to do this in 3 months time or this in 6 months time. Do you have something like that you want to achieve?
I don't really think about it like that. I kind of like take it one day at a time, like one scrim at a time, just like try to get like a little bit better each and every day, and then opportunities will roll around whenever. So just try to stay focused on the today.
Yeah. Is there something specifically about your game that you want to work on?
Probably just about like awareness.
Yeah.
I kind of tunnel vision like during certain situations where I don't hear someone and they're calling someone behind me. So just make that like kind of a priority for me right now in scrims and stuff.
So Marmalade, you are now in your second Challenger League season. Your first season had its up and downs. There was controversy at the start when you first qualified that your team arguably should have not been in there, that you guys were not the best team in that quals. Another top team, PogChamp, did not qualify. But you guys persevered, you guys played your season, you guys scrimmed, you took it as serious as any other Challenger League team, you put in the work, but you guys fell short. Your personal performance was not the best, but you stuck through, and now you're on to your second season. A different roster, mind you, but you guys are one of the top teams, and not only that, you yourself are one of the top rated players in Challenger League. So what has changed between those 2 seasons?
I think last season was definitely like a huge learning experience, because I was in CCSW and then to jump to CL was just like incredibly like a huge and difficult thing for me to do, especially because everyone on my team besides Arrow had never really been in CL, so we all really didn't know what to expect. So I think last season was a huge like learning experience, and then obviously like FPL helped with like getting better at the game, and then this season we kind of like all of us had different experience. Like we had Hippers who was in PL, Frozen who was a coach for Beast Coast. So there's like a lot more experience to build off of, and like a lot more I guess just like skill that we could work with to like get better this season than last season.
So do you think, you mentioned FPL, so FPL as a whole year-round an environment of more experienced players. Same thing as your team now. So you're saying that type of atmosphere just helped you grow personally as a player? Oh yeah,
because like I'm learning things like literally every like FPL game, like things I didn't know, like all the pro players, like they just like teach you just like so much, just like in your own skill. So I think it's like definitely I think if I wasn't an FPL, I think I would not be at the skill I am like right now. So definitely boosted that a lot.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So for your team specifically as well, is your team perceived differently for like finding scrims and things like that now? Like, are you guys able to find more tier 1 type scrims now this season, doing a lot better?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think kind of FPL's help with that in the sense that people like know me in a sense, like some of the pro players. But we've definitely gotten like, I don't think at all last season we even had a pro scrim. But this season we've had like, I think we've scrimmed like every pro team. So it's nice to scrim actual good teams. It definitely puts in perspective like what you need to fix. So it's nice.
And I've noticed these last few months, even this season, you're pretty consistent in FPL with your performances. You're always, top 5. I think last season you got second. This season, I think you're in second so far as well. So is there anything about FPL in general, how you have to, like anything you do specifically to help ensure your win or anything like that? Is there like a method or anything like that?
I just make sure I'm playing like what the team needs. Like I sometimes play like hard breach. Usually play hard breach or like flank watch, because not a lot of people like to do that in FPL. And and then just like defense, like I said, on site, and like call for the roamers. So just like communication, I guess you could say. I don't know, just making sure everyone's like if the vibes are high, you're gonna win. If the vibes are low, you're probably not gonna win. So,
Marmalade, thank you for sitting down with us today and having this interview, being able to tell your story and show different people what they can do to succeed and the different paths they can take in order to be successful. So, do you have any message to your fans or anything like that of what they can do?
I just don't listen to what other people say. Like everyone's gonna have things to say about like your performance at the end of the day, but you know what you did right or wrong. Like only you know what you can do better. So I just think if you just focus on yourself and like only keep positive people in your life, you'll get there.
Sounds good. Thank you again.
Thank you.